How's it going, YouTube? Dallas Boy here with my SIL Season 5 draft recap. I didn't really tell too many people about this, especially not YouTube, but I opted to join the SIL just to get a little practice in to hone my skills in draft format. And yeah, so here is pretty much what I drafted. To start off, I wanted something that I could really build around, and I thought that mod was going to be Mega Scizor, but that was sniped from me, unfortunately, and that was pretty disappointing. I did want to work with Mega Scizor in this format, but alas, I got sniped. But hey, Clefable's a nice alternate option, so I went with that. Clefable is pretty much the best Pokemon in OU right now, and also very good in draft format as well. Has a lot of great coverage options: Moonblast for stab and whatnot, Fire Blast, Ice Beam, Focus Miss. I think it can even run T-Bolt. It can run a lot of things offensively and defensively. There's Wish, Encore, Heal Bell. A lot of great options that Clefable can run, and definitely happy to have that on board. And for the Mega that I wanted to build around Clefable with, unfortunately I was also sniped out of Mega Venusaur, so I had to look for some alternate options there as well. And hey, Mega Sableye was on the board, so I opted to go with that one. Mega Sableye, pretty annoying Pokemon to deal with, in whether it's draft format, Smogon OU. I think even Nubers it's kind of annoying, but then again there's Xerneas, but that's irrelevant. Mega Sableye. That thing can run quite a few options. There's Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, Knockoff, Foul Play. It even has Recover. You get back health. Doesn't have the best HP stat, but Magic Bounce and base 125 and 115 defenses, really good. And I think Mega Sableye can help out quite a bit with Clefable as a defensive backbone. And I have Clefable and Mega Sableye. Yeah, that's coming back. The one thing that kind of hindered me in Season 4 of the NPL. It's back. Gothitelle. If you've seen what Gothitelle can do with Mega Sableye and OU, then this is not looking pretty fun for my opponents. Gothitelle, Shadow Tag. In tandem with Mega Sableye, it is nasty. And Gothitelle does have some nice options on its own. It has Energy Ball, Thunderbolt, pretty decent hidden power of your choice. I can trick a Choice Scarf onto whatever and pretty much render it useless. And a lot of my bones are probably going to be packing a Shed Shell this week, or in their respective weeks. So, going to be anticipating that. And it's pretty much looking like I'm going to be drafting full-blown Goth Stall. But my next pick is pretty much going to steer the course of that. I drafted Salamence. Salamence I didn't really use in the Season 3 of the NPL, but I plan on using it more this time around. Salamence, I have a win con on me. I can Dragon Dance, pretty much get a Moxie Dragon Dance off even. I can go defensive with this thing as well. Don't forget. Can't make this thing my defogger. Don't forget about the defog support. But Salamence definitely going to be a very welcome addition. And happy to have him back on board. And afterwards I got another former Swampert on the team. Cobalion. And definitely looking like a more offensive draft here. Cobalion with a pretty good base 90 attack, which is pretty respectable. Access to Swords Dance. And some other pretty good options like Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Volt Switch. I can even run a Calm Mindset. So, I'm definitely looking forward to using Cobalion in this format as well. Once again. Yeah, great to have you back, Cobalion. And next pick. Went back to bulk here. Went with Tangrowth. Tangrowth with a pretty solid ability in Regenerator. Nice physical bulk. Very respectable offensive stats as well. The special defense stat is nothing to write home about, really, but there is an Assault Vest for a reason. And I'm happy to have Tangrowth on board. Covers options such as Knockoff, Earthquake, Rock Slide. I can even go with some Powder moves. Yeah, Tangrowth is a very versatile grass type, and I don't think I'll regret picking that over Shaman one bit. I mean, Shaman does have some great options itself, but I think I can get a lot more bang for my buck out of Tangrowth. And for my 7th pick, I was kind of thinking about this one for a while. I was actually teasing the fact that I wanted to go with Chansey. Yeah, Chansey. Chansey on this team. Absolutely filthy. But I decided to spare the league and go with Milotic. Milotic does give me a very good bulky water. Nice access to recover. Some pretty good offensive options as well. It does give me a nice specially defensive pivot, and I can actually switch this thing in on a defog and get a +2 special attack boost and ruin some people's days. So, I think Milotic can give me a lot for this team, and definitely happy to have her on board. And the next pick, I kind of looked at the draft board and I was like, if I don't get this thing now, then I'm not going to get it later. It's imperative that I get this thing absolutely now. I did want Blaziken in this position, but I opted to go for Skuntank. Because if I didn't pick up Skuntank there, it was going to be gone later. Or before my next pick. Skuntank doesn't really help out with my Fairy Resists, seeing as that's part Dark type, but I can bop it with a good Poison Jab. I can defog away some hazards, Pursuit Trap some stuff. I can go for Fire Blast, Explosion. Skuntank has quite a few good options, I have to say, and definitely happy to have him on board. So, yeah. And for my 9th pick, I did go with Meloetta. Very good Chansey alternative. It does have a very good special defense stat coupled with HP. Defense, it's but I can make it work. Meloetta actually gives me a lot of very good options. Heal Bell, Perish Song, Thunder Wave. Gives me a little bit of momentum with U-Turn. A lot more versatile than Chansey, kinda, sorta, maybe. Can't really pass swishes, doesn't really have reliable recovery, but Meloetta also has the Pirouette form, which I can use to get some pretty nice close combats. So, Meloetta definitely welcome. Definitely a very welcome member of the Swamperts. Oh, and I kind of sort of forgot to explain that there is this bit of a tiering system. 5 tiers like the GBA. There's Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5. Clefable and Gothitelle are Tier 1. Mega Stabilized a Mega. But it didn't really affect my points and all. Salamence is tier 2 as well as Milotic. Cobalion and Sandgrowth are tier 3. Skuntank and Meloetta are tier 4. And now I only have room for my tier 5s. My first tier 5, Electivire. Electivire might or might not really fit the team that well, but I kind of chose it for options. It has pretty good options like Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Cross Chop, Focus Blast, Earthquake. I can Volt Switch with it. Kind of a fast electric type with base 95 speed. And, yeah. Unfortunately, its strongest electric attack is Wild Charge, but I can definitely still make do with Electivire. And hopefully he'll prove to be a pretty good member of the Swamperts. And now for my last pick. I went back to Stall with Quagsire. So that is pretty much 4 members of a Goth Stall team on my team. Yeah, not going to be too fun for my opposition. I do have a pretty strong Unaware Core now with Quagsire and Clefable. I can even make this thing Water Absorb and take on some bulky waters itself. I can go Cursed. I can go a bit of a wide variety of options. So, definitely happy to have Quagsire on board. And, final overview. This team is disgusting. Really, really disgusting. And, not a lot of people are going to be having fun playing it. And, I don't think a lot of people would pretty much enjoy it. In fact, leave a dislike if you want to see my upload battles from this season. Leave a dislike if you want to see me upload my matches. In fact, you can also leave some rude comments as well. That'll encourage me a little bit more to upload these matches. So, yeah. Anyways, that is my draft recap for SIL Season 5. Hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.